Nizzy, and in this video, you guys, we got a little bit of a Toronto Raptors update. Obviously, we're about a month away from the start of the regular season here. You guys can't wait for tip-off. I think we got the Wizards on October 20th to kick our season off here. But just some exciting news, you guys. The Raptors just announced yesterday that we are signing an Antetokounmpo. Not the Antetokounmpo that we thought we were going to get. We were all hoping about a year ago when there was the speculation if Giannis was going to re-sign with the Bucks or not. He was looking like a hot destination target was going to be the Toronto Raptors if Giannis decided not to sign. And then we all know the history behind that. He ends up signing the max deal with the Bucks, and then they go on to win the championship this year, or last year, I should say. But nonetheless, we got an Antetokounmpo on our team now, and Alex Antetokounmpo, the youngest of the four brothers there. The only one that has yet to win a championship. All three of the other brothers have won a championship, so we got to get this guy a chip, you guys, so all four of the bros can have a championship. I really like this pickup by the Raptors. Another one of those diamond in the roughs type players that we're picking up here. He's a 6'8" player, 20 years old, undrafted. I think he ended up playing in the summer league with the Sacramento Kings. He played overseas last year, I believe, in Spain. So he's got some good experience playing with some grown men over in the Spanish league over there in Europe. So I think this is a great pickup, like I said, by the Toronto Raptors. Masai Ujiri loves finding those hidden gem kind of talents that he can develop within our system. Obviously, we all know Toronto Raptors have one of the best developmental programs in the league. So no surprise that we go and pick up a guy with as much raw talent as Alex Antetokounmpo here. You know, I'm expecting big things from this guy, man. I don't think he's going to be with the team this year. Maybe he'll get a few games in here and there, but I expect him to spend a bulk of his season down in the G League, barring that he does have a good training camp with the Toronto Raptors coming up here, you guys. But nonetheless, I think this is very exciting news. Obviously, he fits that same mold as kind of like a Scotty Barnes, just a hard-nosed, hard-working individual. Apparently, from what I've been seeing from other people throughout the basketball world, they're saying that he has potentially the best shot out of all the brothers, which would be absolutely huge if this guy can bang them home from deep as well as the mid-range game. I was watching some of his highlights from high school, and this dude was absolutely dominant. He was playing in Wisconsin, obviously, because Giannis had the family moved over there from Greece, so he got the benefit of being able to play some high school ball in America. And he was just absolute dominant force from the highlights that I was watching, you guys. He had a pretty nice shooting stroke as well. Just, you know, one of the bona fide leaders of his team when he was out there, and you can tell that he's got that leadership and that hard worker mentality, that same thing as all the Antetokounmpo brothers have. Obviously, coming from poverty over in Greece and things like that, these guys got a different type of work ethic in them. You know, so I'm super stoked to have this guy on the team, man. We'll have to see what he can do, how he can perform throughout the preseason here. And I think he's going to be really, really good for our Raptors 905 team in the G League there. I expect, like I said, I think he'll spend a lot of this season in the G League just developing and progressing his game. But I think he can be one of those guys similar to how Pascal and Fred were when they were in the G League before they got a chance to play with the big squad. And then I think Pascal was the MVP of the league that year, as well as the finals MVP when they ended up winning in the G League there. I could see Alex Antetokounmpo being kind of that same kind of role, taking on a good leadership role throughout the 905. And being able to maybe have an opportunity to win an MVP or something like that throughout the season. I think that untapped talent is there. I just think we got to unlock that talent from him, you know, take that diamond in the rough, polish it off, make it shiny, just like what we do with a lot of our players that we bring in here. I mean, look at Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, a lot of guys that no one thought anything major of, and they all turned out to be absolute studs. So super stoked, man, to have this guy on the squad. This is just exciting for the Raptors' future, you guys, especially you look at how we're starting to build our team here with guys like Precious Achiuwa, Scotty Barnes, we had in Alex Antetokounmpo, you got OG Anunoby, Gary Trent Jr., Malachi Flynn, Delano Banton, just a bunch of absolute scrappy dogs, man. Guys that just fight and claw and scrap till the very end. Defensive first mentality, hardworking, you know, keeping those nose in the dirt, keep on grinding type of guys. They fit the mold of what Toronto Raptors basketball is. And you just love to see the way that Ujiri and Bobby Webster are building up this team for the future, man. I see a very bright future ahead for us Toronto Raptors fans. I would not be surprised if we take home another championship within the next 3 to 5 years, you guys. Maybe even sooner. We'll have to see what happens. But there's kind of this transition going on in the NBA right now, where a lot of the old heads are getting up into their mid-30s now. A lot of the so-called best players in the game, like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, things like that. Those guys are all in their 30s now. You know, they're on the back half of their careers here. You know, they only got a few good years left before they're going to be done. And then it's going to be the young guns taking over. And I think the Raptors are building an absolute dominating force of a team for the future. I think we're going to have probably the best defensive team for years to come here. And that's the beauty of the way the Toronto Raptors are building this squad, man, is they're just defensive first mentality. Obviously, the scoring's going to come with good defense comes good offense. So you got to have defense first. And I just don't think there's any other teams throughout the league that are building defensive juggernauts like we are here in Toronto. Pretty much every player on our team has to be good defensively or they're not going to get minutes out on the floor. We also have been bringing in a lot of big guys with large wingspans. Just being able to have that switchability on the defensive end of the floor, being able to play multiple positions is huge. Alex Antetokounmpo is going to be able to fit that role very nicely, being 6'8". He's only 20 years old as well, so there's lots of time to develop this kid. I mean, if you look at Giannis when he came into the league at like 18, you know, he never really became that all-star, superstar player until, 23, 24, 25 years old. And then Giannis, I think, is only 26 or 27 now. So it's really been only the last 2, 3, 4 years that Giannis has really excelled in the league and has become that superstar caliber player that we've been seeing the last few years. But he wasn't that guy at the beginning, right? He has very raw talent at the beginning, similar to his younger brother Alex here. So I see a lot of potential in this kid. I think he's going to be phenomenal for us in the future. He's going to have that patience with him and allow him to develop in the G League system, which I think he's going to do very well for us there. And who knows, hopefully, we don't see him too much during the regular season unless he's just been so good down in the G League that we have no choice but to call him up. But you want to take your time developing this guy properly, getting him used to the way we like to run Raptors basketball. So I think this is a phenomenal pickup by the Raptors. You can tell the way that we want to try and build our squad going into the future here. Love all the pieces that Masai and Bobby are bringing in, you guys. I just thought it'd be fun to come out with a quick little video talking about finally the Raptors getting an Antetokounmpo. Not the guy we expected, like I said. We thought we might have been getting Giannis last year, but hey, we'll take his younger brother Alex and see what we can make out of this kid. So I'm happy with the signing, you guys. I would love to get your guys' opinion in the comments section down below. Do you think this is a good pickup for the Toronto Raptors heading into the new season here? Like I said, please go ahead and drop a comment in the comments section below with your opinion, you guys. Once again, you guys, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and every video on my channel. If you can go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the future. And I appreciate the support, you guys. And this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Chat.